You know that feeling when everything is going perfectly, your career, your passion, your future? And then one moment, it all crumbles away. Well, that happened to me. But what came after that moment was nothing short of life-changing. Meet Carter, a driven, ambitious, and hardworking young man, working in his dream job at a high-end tech startup. His days were filled with innovation, passion, and late-night brainstorming sessions, pouring his heart into the work he loved. For Ethan, this job was the peak of his career, the pinnacle of his professional life. Everything seemed perfect until one day, it all came crashing down. The weight of it hit him in an instant, as if someone had pulled the rug out from under him. One Monday morning, Carter's world was flipped upside down. He walked into his office to find a letter on his desk and an unexpected meeting request from HR. "We regret to inform you." The letter began, and his heart sank. Disbelief struck him first. How could this happen? His mind raced. He was the one who always went above and beyond, the one who stayed late to fix problems, the one who was passionate about every project. How could they just let him go? He felt betrayed, confused, and then the fear set in, the fear of the unknown. What would he do now? His mind spiraled into thoughts about finances. How would he pay rent, keep up with bills, and what about his dreams? It was a moment he couldn't shake, an emotional wave that threatened to pull him under. The days that followed were a blur, a storm of emotions that left him feeling disoriented. The initial shock morphed into a sense of numbness. Days turned into nights, with Carter spending hours reflecting on his situation, questioning everything he thought he knew about his career and his future. But somewhere in that fog of uncertainty, a spark started to grow. It was a subtle shift. At first, it was just a tiny voice in his head asking, "What if this isn't the end?" Carter realized that this time, this space, was his opportunity for reinvention, a chance to reset, to reflect, and to rebuild. Instead of sinking deeper into despair, Carter decided to take a step back, to evaluate the skills he had honed over the years, the lessons he had learned, and the knowledge he had gained. He began to ask himself what he truly wanted, beyond the 9-to-5 grind. What if there was something greater out there for him, something that allowed him to not just survive but thrive? He used the days following the layoff to analyze every part of his career, to identify opportunities for growth. It was during this time that a thought hit him like a bolt of lightning, the aha moment. This was the turning point. Ethan realized that his true strength lay in his ability to solve problems, to connect people, to innovate, and create. He knew there was a market for his skills, and with that clarity, he found a path forward. A new opportunity was born from the very setback that had seemed so devastating. Carter's idea was simple yet powerful. He envisioned a cutting-edge digital marketing platform specifically designed to help small businesses optimize their online presence. It dawned on him that too many small businesses were being left behind in the digital age, struggling to compete with the giants because they lacked the resources and expertise to effectively market themselves. This was his chance to solve that problem. His idea would level the playing field for small businesses, empowering them with the tools they needed to succeed in an increasingly digital world. From that moment, everything started to fall into place. He dove deep into research, studying the market, identifying pain points, and refining his concept. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but the potential impact kept him going. The thought of helping thousands of small businesses grow was enough to keep him up late into the night, working tirelessly on his vision. After countless hours of designing the platform, connecting with freelance developers, and pouring his own savings into the project, Carter was ready to take the leap. It wasn't just a dream anymore, it was real, it was tangible. But that didn't mean the road ahead would be smooth. Far from it. There were obstacles at every turn, technical glitches that seemed impossible to fix, days when he felt like giving up. But Carter was determined. He had been knocked down before, and he wasn't going to let this setback defeat him. He kept going, one step at a time, pouring everything he had into making this business work, and slowly, very slowly, it started to gain traction. Word spread about his platform, small businesses began to sign up, and success started to trickle in. Each new customer was a victory, a validation of his idea, and the momentum built from there. The first big milestone was securing a partnership with a well-known local brand, a deal that allowed his platform to reach even more small businesses. That partnership propelled his company to the next level. Carter launched marketing campaigns, partnered with influencers in the space, and saw his brand grow rapidly. Challenges remained, competition, skepticism, growing pains, but each hurdle only fueled his desire to succeed. His business flourished, and within a few years, what had started as a passion project was now a multi-million-dollar company. Ethan had gone from being fired to building a thriving business, and his journey had just begun. As his company expanded, he continued to focus on innovation and creating value for his customers. He realized that his success wasn't just about the financial rewards, it was about the impact he was making in the lives of small business owners. Reflecting on his journey, Carter couldn't help but marvel at how far he had come. Looking back at the day he was fired, he now saw it as the catalyst for everything that followed. It was the moment that forced him to reevaluate his life, his career, and his true passions. Without that loss, he may never have found the courage to pursue his own dreams, and that realization was what made the entire experience worth it. The lesson was clear: sometimes, the universe has a way of knocking us down to push us towards something better, something greater. If he had stayed in his comfortable job, he would have never known the incredible opportunities that lay beyond that door. Now, Carter is not only a successful entrepreneur, he is a living testament to the power of resilience, the importance of embracing change, and the endless possibilities that arise when you take risks. His story is proof that setbacks are not the end, but the beginning of something even bigger. So if you're facing a setback today, take a step back, reflect, and look for the opportunity that might be hiding in plain sight. Because you never know, this could be the moment that changes everything. Just like it did for me.